Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investors channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another token that recently got listed on Coinbase, and this token is called the Rari governance token, or the RGT token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to their website rari.capital in order to learn more about their project, right? So again, since this is a relatively new token with not a lot of information on CoinMarketCap, I'm still going to rely on only a small tiny fraction of an information from CoinMarketCap for the purpose of this video. Plus, I'll also go through the website to do some peripheral analysis, but please ensure to do your own thorough in-depth research before you invest on this token, right? So what is this token? The Rari governance token is the native token behind Rari Capital. Rari Capital is a non-custodial DeFi robo-advisor that autonomously earns users yield. So again, it is a project with its own native token called the Rari governance token, or the RGT token. And this token forms the native token of the Rari Capital platform, which is a decentralized, non-custodial, which means you still have access to your own private keys when you're interacting with this platform. And it is a DeFi robo-advisor. So what are robo-advisors? Robo-advisors are, again, softwares or programs that basically perform a consistent function in a more efficient way and in a much more faster way compared to humans. So if you have robo-advisors for trading stocks in a stock market, these robo-advisors can basically perform multiple trades with much more efficiency and much more accuracy compared to human traders, right? So Rari governance token is the native token of a platform that aims to be a powerful DeFi robo-advisor, and it ensures that the users who use the Rari Capital platform earns interest or yield autonomously without any interference in a manual manner, right? So that's basically the main quick overview of this platform. So to get a much more detailed overview, let's go to their website rari.capital. So right off the bat, they're stating that their platform is a lending, borrowing, and yield platform for DeFi, right? So that's basically what they're all about. They have a pretty cool website design. I like the dark theme. They also basically empower individuals to break free by creating new opportunities, communities, and financial products. So again, those are certain claims that are made pretty general by every other platform. You can click on the get started button to get started with this platform. You can contribute and you can learn more about this project by clicking on the learn button, right? And if you see some of the stats, they have more than 10,000 community members, as well as about $254 million worth of total value locked, which is quite a decent amount, with over 100 different DeFi opportunities. So they do have some substantial numbers for a relatively less well-known project, so that's pretty good. And access the protocol. So when you access this protocol, you can basically also technically gain access or exposure to other platforms as well. So let's have a look at this right now. So the Rari Capital protocol can be accessed by anybody around the world. So obviously it's a decentralized platform and it's globally distributed, so anybody from anywhere in the world can access this platform. So Rari Capital, the primary interface for interacting with the Rari protocol on Ethereum. So it is an Ethereum based platform. So it is an Ethereum based dApp that basically focuses on providing the above discussed features on the Ethereum blockchain, right? So apart from that, they also have the market, a flagship interface for interacting with Fuse on the Polygon network. So I think Rari Capital has its main kind of like presence on the Ethereum blockchain, and it has a similar version of it or a clone of it from the same group created on the Polygon network, and this is called the market, right? So they both perform pretty much the same functions, but it acts in different blockchains, right? So similar to how on the Polkadot and Kusama blockchains, you have platforms like Akala, which is on Polkadot, and its mirror image created by the same group is Karura, and Moonbeam becomes Moon River on the Kusama blockchain. So similar to that, you have the Rari Capital Group creating the main Rari Capital platform on Ethereum, and the copycat or similar clone version of that on the market on the Polygon network named the market, right? So that's pretty much that. And loved by thousands of yield farmers, developers, traders, and innovators. Again, they're claiming that their platform is one of the most loved platforms in the DeFi space. Again, it all depends on the yield as well, right? So you need to obviously take the yield into consideration, because if you don't get consistent yields in a very relatively safe as well as relatively consistent environment, then I think everybody's going to take their funds and move to another platform, right? So let's at the end of this video, I'll kind of like show you guys some of the yield that they have from their platform. Infinite possibilities. Rari Capital opens the world to financial innovation on an unprecedented scale. So again, they are claiming some big claims. So they are basically stating that they are trying to open the world for something that's super big and with limitless possibilities. Again, I do think that a platform that has some form of like automation and hands-off kind of approach for yield aggregation and yield farming is going to be the future of DeFi, because nobody wants to manually compound their yield and also have a look at their DeFi dApps every single day in order to see if the yield is consistent or not. So platforms like Rari Capital will play a very important role in the future, because they provide a much more hands-off approach to their users, right? So that's a good thing. So here are some of the main features, right? So what you can do with this platform is you can obviously deposit crypto assets to automatically begin earning the highest yield. So again, just like Yearn Finance, which is one of the most popular DeFi yield aggregators, if you deposit your tokens with Rari Capital, the robo-advisor or the smart contract dApp will basically take your funds and will invest it in platforms that provide the biggest yield and in a consistent manner, right? So that's basically one of their main flagship features. Fuse, an open interest rate protocol, works on any assets on your own terms. So again, there another feature is basically Fuse, which is an open interest rate protocol, which means you can basically choose to supply or provide tokens for other people to borrow based on your own terms, which means you will basically be able to set your own terms that gives you much more control than before, right? And that's going to be a really interesting feature that we will see in multiple DeFi dApps in the future as well. Governance, participate in governance to develop the future of the Rari protocol. So again, just like always, any platform on DeFi tends to have its own governance component. Obviously, they want to give more power to the people, and the RGT token will be the governance token for this platform, right? So those are some of the key main features of the Rari Capital platform. Join the family, learn more about the Rari Capital protocol, task forces, or come and chat with others in the community as we develop the future of the protocol. So again, here are their social media information. So if you want to have a chat with any of the team members or just ask questions to understand the project more, these are the pages where you can find some of the team members, right? So again, build on Rari Capital. So this is for people who want to develop or build additional dApps or features on Rari Capital. So Rari Capital enables developers anywhere to focus on their product offerings. Let the protocol handle the lending, borrowing, and yield. So if you are a developer who is interested in building a dApp that needs integration with another dApp that provides lending, borrowing, and yield aspects to it, then they are basically encouraging developers to link Rari Capital so that you can use Rari's expertise in the backend in order to provide lending, borrowing, and yield farming services, right? So this is for people who want to develop with Rari Capital. So you can read through this information by clicking on the Explore Documentation button. And that's pretty much it, right? So again, it is a platform that I feel has a lot of scope in the future because, as I mentioned before, they are basically focusing on trying to give users a hands-off approach when it comes to yield farming or lending or even borrowing as well. And everything that's going to take the burden off the users is going to be a very popular DApp functionality or anything that you want to name it in the future of DeFi, right? So Rari Capital definitely is poised to become one of those platforms. So let's go to the CoinMarketCap page for the Rari governance token. So this platform is currently ranked 339th by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and it's currently trading at $15.44 at the time I'm making this video, with a 6.78% decrease in the past 24 hours, right? So again, this token was listed last week, end of last week, and immediately after its listing, the token had a decent pump. But obviously, just like any projects that get listed on Coinbase or Binance, the token pumps and then it dumps immediately after that. So this is the dumping phase right now. So people who got in immediately after the Coinbase listing, they probably got wrecked at this price. But people who are looking to buy this token at a cheap discount, then obviously this token is going in a downward trajectory, which means you will have some good opportunities to buy this token, right? If you take the market cap, the token is only $134 million in market cap. So again, obviously a platform that's basically focusing on providing completely automated yield farming services, borrowing and lending services in DeFi is, as I mentioned, going to be a popular project in the future. So a project like Rari Capital is definitely going to increase significantly in market cap because of its popularity, and therefore I think that the market cap is undervalued, but that's just my personal opinion. And I also think that they are also offering governance features for people who hold their token, which means I think they are trying to become a DAO in the future. And just like any DeFi platform that is planning to become a DAO, there is going to be certain benefits to token holders or early token holders, because once they become a DAO, and because of the supply of this token as well, this token is going to become a rare token to hold with a very important governance feature in managing the protocol's automated systems, right? So basically, I believe this platform has a very high potential to grow in the future because of its fundamentals as well as its tokenomics, which we'll see in a few seconds. So therefore, I believe that this token is kind of like undervalued. And for people who want to basically buy this token, this market cap is one of the earliest market caps you could buy this token at, right? And I do believe that in the upcoming days, I think the token can easily go below the $130 million in market cap. I think you can probably find stability somewhere between $120 to $125 million in market cap. But again, that's something that we need to wait and see. But that is a decent expected market cap for this token. And any market cap below that is basically a bargain, right? So, and if you see the market cap to the total value locked ratio, so if you see the total value locked, there is $245 million in total value locked within this platform, which means this robo advisor platform is currently managing more funds than the market cap of its own token. So that means the market cap is obviously undervalued, and if you see the market cap to total value locked ratio, it's 0.55. So that ratio basically determines whether the token is fairly valued or undervalued or even overvalued, right? So if the ratio is equal to 1, that means the token is fairly valued. If it's below 1, then it's undervalued, and if it's over 1, then it's overvalued, right? So here, at least in theory, this token seems to have a value of less than 1, which is 0.55. So this token is obviously undervalued, and I think it is based on what I'm seeing right now and the fundamentals that I'm hearing right now for this token, I think this token is definitely in the undervalued category. And that's a good thing, because people who obviously want to get this token they obviously have an opportunity to buy this token at a cheap price point, right? Again, not financial advice. And if you take a look at the total supply, it seems like this token has a total supply of 10 million tokens. I don't know if the max supply is the same as the total supply, but I think 10 million tokens is a number that obviously is extremely scarce. And if you see, the token price per token is obviously above $10, so that kind of matches with the assumption that the total token supply could be the same as the max token supply, which means it's 10 million maximum supply, and about 80.7% of the tokens are already in circulation, which means there's a lot of tokens in circulations, and any newer token will only significantly diminish, because eventually, once all the tokens reach the circulating supply, this token will reach kind of like complete scarcity, right? Because no more new tokens will be issued, and if people are obviously using this token to participate in governance, they're not going to be motivated to sell this token in the market, which means there's going to be a scarcity factor introduced that will drive the price of this token extremely high, right? So the tokenomics is excellent in this token, and I think this token has a good combination of tokenomics along with being undervalued, which make this token a really good token to buy, especially at this price point, right? Again, not financial advice. If you take the charts, for example, you can clearly see that this token has been kind of making some predictable patterns, which is also another good thing, because not only is this token having strong fundamentals and strong tokenomics, especially for the mid to long term, this token also seems to be having good short term price patterns, which means if you are a day trader, then this token may also be of interest to you as well, because if you see, this token has predictable peaks and predictable dumps, which means if you buy this token at the right price point, you can definitely make some good short-term gains, right? So I think it seems like this token is good for both short-term and long-term investors, as well as even mid-term investors as well, right? So if we take the price point of this token was the price point for this token is available since May of last year, when the token price was 64 cents. That was a pretty all-time low price point, and people who got in at that price point, congratulations to you, because you're already sitting on pretty good excess, right? So since then, the token price has been steadily increasing. That first all-time high this token made was about $16.39 during 13th of February this year, and then it crashed down, reaching a relative lows of $7.99, and then it pumped all-time highs, making new all-time highs of about $22.50 before crashing back down again to a relative lows of about $12.50 before making another actual all-time highs of about $25, or even slightly above $25 April this year. And then it made a very big crash, reaching a price point of close to $5 or $4.89 on June this year. And then since then it has been going up to make a new all-time highs of about $20. But again, this all-time high is not the actual all-time high. This is the relative all-time highs, which means it can definitely pump up to even new all-time highs in the upcoming months, right? So now the token is in the cooling phase. Again, I think this pump was mainly due to the anticipation of the Coinbase listing, but after the Coinbase listing, the token has started dumping, and now it's in the $15.60 range, right? So if you see, even though this token is obviously not at its all-time lows, a lot of mathematical indicators, including the market cap to total value locked ratio, is indicating that this token is undervalued, right? So obviously the charts don't seem to be making sense compared to the the stats that we saw right now. But I do believe that this token is still undervalued at this price point, because I think this token has a scarcity built into it, fundamentals that are extremely strong, and I think this token has much more needed liquidity thanks to the Coinbase listing. And these factors are definitely going to make this token a very valuable token and is going to be a good token to buy even at this price point, right? But if you want to wait for a better price point, I would probably suggest you to wait till this token kind of breaks below the $13, $12 range, which would also make it an even more better opportunity to buy this token. And I think in the upcoming days, this token can break below the $13 and reach the $12 range, which will be a good time to dollar cost average in, right? Again, not financial advice, guys. Please do your own research. So if you take the Bitcoin compared to another hand, obviously this token has been performing phenomenally well in the Bitcoin comparative as well. But if you see in the Bitcoin comparative, the volatility seems to be quite high, making it an even more better opportunity for traders who want to trade this token with Bitcoin comparative, right? If you take the Bitcoin price of this token, it was initially launched with the price point of 3,300 Satoshis per token, and then it made a relative all-time highs of about I think 0.0003, which is about 350,000 Satoshis per token, and then it kind of like reached a low of 18,000 Satoshis, and then it reached an all-time highs of about 363,000 Satoshis per token, and then made a dip of 189,000 Satoshis, and then it made an actual all-time highs of about 400,000 Satoshis per token, right? So for people who got in extremely early and for people who sold this token for Bitcoins in the all-time highs, they had an opportunity to accumulate a lot of Satoshis or even Bitcoins, depending on how much their initial investment was, but they did make some really good gains in the Bitcoin comparative as well, right? But since then, even though this token has crashed, reaching a price point of about 150,000 Satoshis or even 150,000 Satoshis, I think this token managed to come close to its all-time highs of about 401,000 Satoshis before moving in the downward trajectory, right? I think in the Bitcoin comparative, this token can easily go down even further because its volatility seems to be higher in the Bitcoin comparative. And I think if you're looking to buy this token at the Bitcoin comparative, I would suggest you to wait till it breaks below the 250,000 Satoshi mark, because that would be a good price opportunity to get this token at a relatively cheaper price point. Otherwise, dollar comparative seems to be a good buy opportunity, right? And even for dollar comparative, you can still wait till it goes below the $13 to $12 range, which would also be a really good buy opportunity. So if you take a look at the markets, it's obviously listed on Coinbase, where you can buy it with USD. And one thing that you should always also notice is that Binance hasn't really listed this token yet, which means Binance can easily list this token, which can definitely push the token price to close to $20 or even slightly higher than $20. So for people who are buying this token at this price point, thinking that you bought it at a high price, you don't have to worry about it, because with the potential Binance listing coming soon, you can definitely get some decent gains, because with the Binance listing, I think this token can easily reach the $20 mark, right? And also, why am I saying that this token can get listed on Binance? Because it is a good quality project with fundamentals that's quite strong. This tokenomics is also really good, and this token is already vetted and listed by Coinbase, which is obviously known for its extremely rigorous listing procedures, right? So if Coinbase has listed this token, there's nothing that's going to prevent Binance from listing this token as well, right? So that's one of the reasons why I'm saying that a Binance listing could definitely be coming soon. And as you know, Binance doesn't really have a lot of strict criteria. It does have a strict procedure, but it's not as strict as Coinbase. So if Coinbase manages to list it, then Binance should list this token anytime soon. And obviously Binance is obviously facing some issues in multiple countries right now, but I don't think that that's going to prevent them from listing any new tokens, especially good quality tokens like the RGT token, right? And when it comes to decentralized exchanges, you can get it from Uniswap version 2 and version 3 as always, because it is an Ethereum ERC20 token. You can also get it from 1inch and SushiSwap as well, right? But if you can get it from Coinbase for a slightly lower fees, then I would obviously get it from Coinbase rather than using any decentralized exchanges, right? So what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I personally feel like this token is going to moon like crazy. It has a good predictable price pattern for short-term traders, good fundamentals and tokenomics for mid to long-term traders, and also with a potential Binance listing coming soon, this token is going to be a really good token to buy in the dip, right? And now that the token is dipping, this token is obviously going to be in my personal radar, and I'm going to buy a decent bag of this token. I'll probably sell half of that token after Binance listing, and then hodl the rest of the half of the token, once maybe after 2 years or something, and I'll see if this project is making any major progress, and I'll probably extend my hodling to another year or two, right? So that's my strategy, guys. Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.